Okay, so today we are diving deep into a topic that is, well, let's just say it's pretty fundamental to life as we know it.
We're talking about sex, right?
Exactly. Well, more specifically, the evolution of sex. How did we get from tiny single-celled organisms just copying themselves
Yeah.
to this whole intricate dance of males and females and, well, the birds and the bees?
It's a fascinating journey, that's for sure. From simple cloning to this complex system of reproduction.
We've got a blog post here that really breaks down the whole process, and I'm really excited to, well, kind of dig into this whole thing.
Absolutely. It's one of those topics that just makes you appreciate the incredible creativity and resilience of life on Earth.
All right, so let's go back to the very beginning, like way, way back, before there were even males and females.
Mhm.
What was the very first type of reproduction?
Well, imagine a world where every organism was essentially a clone. That's what we call parthenogenesis. These early single-celled organisms just copied themselves. No need for a partner, no mixing of genes.
So it was basically like copy and paste over and over again.
Pretty much. And, in a stable environment, that worked just fine. But of course, environments rarely stay stable for long.
Right, so what happened when things started to change? Like, what were the limitations of this whole cloning thing?
Think of it like this. If you've got a library full of identical books and one of them is vulnerable to, say, a certain kind of bookworm, then all of them are.
Ah, I see. So if the environment changes or a new challenge comes along, a whole population of clones could be wiped out because they all have the same weaknesses.
Exactly. And that's where sexual reproduction comes in. It's all about introducing variety. Instead of just copying the same book over and over, you start mixing and matching different chapters, different pages, even different languages.
Okay, so how did this shift from cloning to mixing genes actually happen? Like, what were the first steps in this whole process?
It wasn't a sudden leap. Early eukaryotic cells, those with a nucleus, they started swapping DNA fragments. They were kind of like sharing ideas, testing out new
So it
combinations.
was like a kind of early collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. And over time, this exchange of genetic material led to the development of specialized cells, gametes, what we know as sperm and egg.
Ah, so that's where the whole two different sexes thing comes in. Two different types of cells combining genetic material.
Exactly. And this mixing of genes meant that offspring weren't just exact copies of their parents, they were unique combinations.
And that meant that they were more likely to survive in changing environments. Because some of them, at least, would have the right combination of traits to thrive.
Precisely. And those who survived would pass those advantageous traits on to their offspring.
Okay, that's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But where does the Y chromosome fit into all this?
Ah, the Y chromosome, the infamous little chromosome that determines male sex. It's a fascinating story. You see, it actually evolved from a regular chromosome, but over time it shrank, losing most of its genes.
Wait, so the Y chromosome used to be like a normal-sized chromosome? What happened to all those genes?
That's one of those evolutionary mysteries. The prevailing theory is that as the Y chromosome specialized for male sex determination, many of its genes became redundant or even detrimental.
Oh, I see. So it was like streamlining, getting rid of the stuff that wasn't essential for making a male.
Exactly. But it did retain a few crucial genes, like the SRY gene, which is like the master switch for male development.
So even though it's tiny, it packs a powerful punch. The Y chromosome really shaped the whole course of evolution, didn't it?
It absolutely did, leading to the incredible diversity of sexes and reproductive strategies we see today.
It's amazing to think that something so fundamental to life as we know it arose from such humble beginnings, from simple cloning to this intricate dance of genes and chromosomes.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? With all the challenges our planet is facing, how might sexual reproduction continue to shape the future of life? Could we even see new forms of reproduction emerge?
Now, those are some thought-provoking questions. It really makes you appreciate the incredible power of evolution. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive. And to our listeners, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and who knows what other wonders you'll uncover about the ever-evolving story of life on Earth.